Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is sponsored by Ulta Beauty, and I'm going to take you through my summer wash and go process and show you how you can get frizz-free curls. I started with this Elixir Balm in the shower. I applied it on soaking wet hair. Next, I'm going to just spray this leave-in lotion spray all over my hair. It's soaking wet, but that's how I want it, and I'm just going to continue to spray the spray all over my entire head evenly throughout. Today's video is all about how you can care for your hair during these hot times. So where I live, it's very hot. I'm in Southern California. It gets 100 degrees, over 100 degrees, and doing my wash and goes in the summer are very different versus doing one in the fall. So throughout this video, I'm going to give you all my summer hair tips. All right, so the next product that I'm using here, this is a curl activator. You definitely want to use some type of curl cream to give your hair that moisture. Now, that along with the leave-in and that spray that you just saw me use, those are both very light. So normally I would use something really thick, but for this hot summer weather, I am focusing on more lightweight products. I love to use multiple products because these products, they have different purposes. So next, I'm going to go in with this gloss. This stuff is amazing. You want to only use a little bit. Remember, you don't want to use too much. And that's of anything. I'm usually very heavy-handed, as you all know. But during the summer, I actually don't like to be so heavy-handed. So lastly, I'm going to go in with this gel. This gel, it's very lightweight. So you actually can use a little bit more, but still you don't want to use too much. So just know your hair and know how much product your hair can take. And as you see, I'm wetting down my hair. I'm doing that throughout the entire process because these products are going to set better on hair that's soaking wet. So when it's soaking wet and I apply it, and as you can see, I'm just raking it through. The slip on these products is amazing. So now I'm going to go to the bottom of my hair. This is like my stubborn area, and I just give a little finger curl. You're just really encouraging the curl, and yeah. I only do that for this little small section here underneath, and you'll see me do it on the other side as well, but not throughout my entire head. I do that here because without it, my curls don't really get too defined in that area because that's my most damaged area. All right, so another summer trick, if you're using a brush, my wash and goes tend to last much longer. You can do other methods like shingling and just scrunching, but using a brush has always been what works best for me. And as you see, I'm just taking section by section. Now, the key to definition, you need to go into small sections, small section by section, and making sure you're getting every single curl. Now, it may take a little more time and seem a little more tedious, but in the end, your results are much better. This is how you eliminate frizz, and this is how you get definition. Now I'm just going to repeat the same steps all throughout my hair section by section. So I basically take 5 big sections, and then once I get to the top, I just keep breaking it up. Again, it's really important that you style your hair in sections so that you make sure you're getting each part. By the way, all of the products that I'm using here in today's video, you can actually shop at Ulta Beauty. So again, I'm just finger coiling this underneath area to give it a little help that it needs. So most of my summer wash and goes are always going to have a gel. Why a gel? Well, gels, they really hold and they give that definition. If I were to just use a cream with this weather, you know, in 100-degree weather, then my hair would just be a big poof ball. So again, you don't skip the cream. You still want to add the cream as well, just not as much, and then you're going to apply the gel. If anything, I would say add a little more gel, especially with this gel. It's really lightweight and it holds super good. Gels that have low glycerin are really good for the summer because they absorb moisture. So this gel, I love it. I have a huge one and I'm so glad I'm going to use it for the rest of the summer. It's amazing. It's probably my new favorite gel recently. I just love how lightweight it is, but it still holds. With my hair, I seem to have that problem a lot with getting product to hold my hair and actually give definition, but also still being able to get volume. Another tip for summer hair, you don't want to skip the protein. So not even those that have low porosity hair, I know sometimes maybe protein scares you, but in this type of weather and this type of heat, you don't want to skip the protein. Even if you're using products that have low protein, that's fine as well. Humidity during the summer can cause moisture overload, which is why proper protein moisture balance is really, really important for your hair. So I'm just going to continue to go section by section, wetting it down, adding the product, brushing it through, and then just doing even smaller sections and really using that brush technique for the definition. And I'm just going to do that until I'm done with every part of my hair. All right, now I'm sectioning my top pieces off because that's how I'm going to style them. This is how I like my hair to lay. If you brush your hair in a direction that you don't want it to be while it's wet, I mean, that's how it's going to dry. So for me, parting my hair in these sections, and especially at the top, making sure I go piece by piece is super important for how my hair is going to set. Once it sets when it's dry, trust me, you cannot fix it. I mean, you can re-wet it and redo it, but once it's dry, whatever way it's going to stay. Another little summer wash and go trick is to towel dry each section. And I say towel dry, use a microfiber towel or use a t-shirt and just do each little section. As you see me styling the crown of my head, this part is super important. I know a lot of people have questions. How can you get that part to have no frizz? Well, this is how. You still have to go small sections. Even in the crown section, you break it down into smaller sections. And a lot of us think, well, maybe since we can't see the back of our head, others can't. No. And that place from a lot of naturals I've noticed, it's really where you get a lot of frizz. So really make sure that you get enough product on that area and you're either brushing it through, raking it through, but product is being evenly distributed and you don't skip that part. Here's a little trick for those that don't like to part their hair. I sometimes do, but here I didn't. And all you have to do is just style your hair forward. So as you see, I'm kind of brushing it to the front. And now that part I'm just going to put back. And I'm just doing this. It's probably going to fall to the side when I'm drying, but it just makes it so I don't have that harsh part in like the middle of my head or the side of my head. Sometimes I just don't feel like a part and I just want to let my curls do what they want. So I'm finishing up the last section of my hair. Now it's time to dry. So air dry versus diffuse. So air drying is an option because it is air dry season, meaning it's so hot that air drying takes really quick. But for me, I prefer to diffuse because I get much more volume. Once my hair is dry, I like to go in with some type of oil, especially if I used a gel to really scrunch out the crunch, and then just give myself a little scalp massage. So here are my results, my summer wash and go, frizz-free, definition, and volume. I hope the video was helpful. I hope it gets you through this summer. If you have any comments, if you want, you don't have to. I'm just kidding. Of course, leave me a comment, like the video. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe. And just another reminder, you can get all of these amazing products that created this final look at Ulta Beauty.